Iran's women's national soccer team is leaving the Asian Cup after being knocked out in the group match against the Philippines Sunday. The team arriving in Australia for the tournament before the U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iran. And with all of the uncertainty of what awaits them back at home, the Australian-Iranian Council is now urging the Home Affairs Minister to protect the squad members in Australia. NewsNation's Mills Hayes is here with more of their plight right now and those who do not feel safe going back to Iran.
Right. We actually just heard from President Trump asking the Australian government to give these players asylum. And also the Australian Broadcasting Corporation is reporting that at least 5 of those players have now claimed asylum and are in the safety of Australian authorities. Now, fears are still growing for the other players of the Iranian women's soccer team. You guys can see right there the president making a post on Truth saying that Australia is making a terrible humanitarian mistake by allowing the Iran national women's soccer team to be forced back to Iran, where they will most likely be killed. And he also went on to say that if they do not allow asylum in their country, then the U.S. will take them in. Now, as I was mentioning, we do know now, according to the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, that at least 5 players are in the country right now, safe with authorities. All of this is coming after they played a match in Australia last Monday where some of the players did not salute or sing the national anthem during that match. And so that really caused a lot of pushback, especially from Iranian state media, where they called some of the players traitors and said that they should face severe punishment because of this. And that, of course, caused a lot of concern about what would happen. Now, they did play 2 other games after that one, and at those games, they did salute and sing the national anthem. And last night, we did see a group of protesters following their bus after they were leaving the match last night. They lost against the Philippines, and so they're out of the match. But those group of protesters were there on the ground saying, "Save our girls," because they want to make sure that those players get back home safely or remain in Australia. Now, the Global Players Union did call on Australia, FIFA, and the Asian Football Confederation to ensure that the safety of the team remains. Take a listen.
We've been asking them to work on the players having agency. So it's a really challenging situation. There may be players that want to return. There may be some players within the group that would like to seek asylum, would like to stay in Australia for longer. There may be some that are incredibly concerned about the potential journey home. It's an incredibly difficult situation.
The Athletic also reporting that 5 players from the Iran women's soccer team have defected. They're now being cared for by Australian federal police in a safe house, and the team had reportedly been made aware of their options by the Australian government earlier in the week, and then it was discovered that 5 players were missing at the team's scheduled dinner on Monday. So this story is still developing as we speak right now, Marni.
Wow, incredibly scary, not just the journey home, but with the news on the regime and the Ayatollah's son now in power makes things even more uncertain for them to return.
Exactly, and it may be really difficult for them to return because of all of those airstrikes that are happening right now.
Right, yeah, it's very complicated. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.